Hello and welcome to Out of the Park Baseball 20. I'm your host, davidinark, and this is, we're going to take a look at Out of the Park Baseball 20. I do want to make a disclaimer and say that I was provided a free key for the game in exchange for a first look / review / overview / you name it. So there you go. One of the really cool things, well, I say cool, I haven't even got into it yet, but one of the things that appealed to me right away was this whole perfect team concept. Basically, you get packs of virtual baseball cards, and you collect players, and you try to build your perfect team. Basically, it's supposedly some kind of an online league. I don't know. So let's see what happens if I play perfect team. I don't know, is this going to take me out of the game? Hi, welcome to Out of the Park Baseball. We're leaving the game. It's not doing anything. I don't know. For me, this is not working. So that's probably not a good way to start. All right, let's get into the game itself. Woo! And so this is awesome. It's a baseball simulator. If you're not familiar with what Out of the Park Baseball is, you can have a new standard game using the actual 2019 MLB and or international roster, so you could play the season just like it exists for real. You can also play historical games, so any season from 1871 up till last year. So how cool is that? You can also do a custom game. You can also do a quick start game. Basically, it's pre-configured. That lets you just kind of jump right in. And then if you've got a previous version, you can import a game, and you can also do a historical exhibition. You can play a series or a tournament between some historical teams just for a, kind of what if. What if you had the 1969 Mets versus the, 1995 Red Sox or something. I don't know, whatever. So just for the sake of argument, I'm going to play a standard game. There's a challenge mode. If you enable challenge mode for the game you're about to create, you'll experience a whole new way to play. Streamlined gameplay, collect new achievements and awards, face challenges. Commissioner mode. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff disabled, so I guess, I don't know what's what. Sure, you know what? I say we jump into it. Let's do it. I'm just going to stick with Major League Baseball and give us a name, and we'll call it Challenge 1 because I'm so original, you wouldn't know what to do otherwise. World Cup of Baseball. That's interesting. All right, Challenge 1. Whoopsh. Start the game. Now, I am going to tell you this. When you first get the game and you install it, it takes a long time to install. And by a long time, I mean a long time. We're talking, 5-10 minutes. I mean, it's a long time to install. Now, it is building tons of databases and attaching all of the files and everything go along with those databases. One of the things that you'll see when we get in here, it actually has a whole jersey database, a whole face gen database, so that the faces in the game look as realistic, I guess, as they can in the simulator. A lot of this stuff are things that have been in previous versions of the game. One of the things that I don't know if it depends on how long you've been around. I know I've talked about this a time or two in the past, but in a previous version of Out of the Park Baseball, I actually did an entire make-believe season with completely fictional players and fictional teams. In fact, it was either, I think it was a 16-team league that was essentially just, an alternate to Major League Baseball. And so there were various teams around, and one of the teams was Little Rock based. And so I created this whole story. One of the things that I did was I went through... This shows you how crazy I am. I went through the rosters of all the teams to see if I could find two players with the same last name from the same town. And ultimately, I ended up with the Bailey brothers out of Chicago. They were born 10 years apart, so I made them brothers because it just said Chicago. And so, why not? And so I ended up doing this whole story, and it was really, really cool. One of the brothers ends up being a superstar in the league. I mean, just the way the simulation played out. The other one sort of peaked and then fizzled and found himself in a whole lot of trouble. I mean, it was a very cool thing, and I had started writing a story based on it. Unfortunately, though, the story itself kind of mirrored a League of Their Own, and so I never really went anywhere. And so as you can see, this right here, I'm just trying to play the game, and it is taking forever to create whatever it's doing. Actually, at this point, it says it's not even responding. I don't know. Did the game crash? Okay, we are back here in Out of the Park Baseball 20, and I don't know, the game had freaked out on me, so just on a lark, I decided to go ahead and get into Perfect Team, and it not only let me in, but we've got packs of cards to open, and enter the name and nickname of your team. Well, let's see, the city is going to be, let's see, let's do the Little Rock, or should I do Texarkana? Let's do Texarkana, why not, why not? Texarkana. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Actually, I'm going to call myself the Falk Monsters. If you're not familiar with Falk Monster, Google it. All right. The Falk Monsters. All right, open our packs. Let's open up pack number 1. And in our first pack, oh, we get a crowd coming in. And... ooh. Nice. All right. Johnny Edwards, a catcher from 1963. Hardware Heroes. A historical all-star, Harry Danning from 1939 on the Giants. Ooh, Tony Gwynn. Oh, there you go. Historical all-star. That's awesome. How do you not... you can't use their faces, man? Come on. Alright, whatever. Sean Reed Foley. Dave Roberts. Unsung Heroes. And Austin Dean from Miami. Now, I don't know if the... plate in the corner is the card number. Is that their stats? I don't know. Okay. Great. Open my next packs. Sure, why not? Martin Maldonado for the Royals. And for the Padres, Josh Naylor. Miguel Rojas for the Miami Marlins. Wei Lin for the Red Sox. I'm pretty sure I pronounced his name wrong. Sorry about that. Lou Burdett, unsung hero from 1959. Cal Barraclaw. I have no idea. Sorry. All right. Marv Throneberry for the Mets. Blake Trehan, Ribs. Lewis Brinson, another Miami player. Eric Lauder for the Padres. You guys seem to have the Marlins and Padres squared up. Ariel Tirado. Connor Sadzik. Okay. Interesting that he's got a Rangers hat on, but has a Mariners logo. What's up with that? I don't know. Okay, they got different keys of +8 and some -6. I think these are actually live stats. Devon Travis. Unsung hero Shane Spencer, 1999. Kyle Tucker, future legend. I don't know, some kind of gold sparkly card or something. I don't know what that was about. Oh, Zach Elfin, Phyllis. And Adam McCreary of the Dodgers. Oh, we got some more, okay. Unsung heroes Jim Booten, 1969. Yeah, we got 2 more packs to go. Ronald Torres. Donovan Solano. Ooh, one hit wonder. Meanwhile. Adrian Hauser, Chad Bettis, Kawasaki, 2013 Blue Jays, more unsung heroes ago. Last pack. Shed Long, Johnny Frederick, center field, record breaker. That's cool. Jason Jennings, rookie sensation. Larry Dura. Wish I had some of his cards. Ryan Johnson. The Cubbies. Keith Embry for the Red Sox. Okay, this was your last starter pack. The team's roster and strategy was automatically set up by the computer AI and submitted to the perfect team servers. You're now in the queue for the entry pool. This will take anywhere between 2 to 30 minutes. That's like being on hold. All right. Oh, so how do I get more packs? Ooh, get more packs. Okay, so I have 1,000, whatever they are, out of the park coins, and so I can get these packs. I can get a regular pack for 1,000, or if I save up money, or I guess earn coins, then I can get more. Okay, so preparing, submit team. I don't know what this is doing. All right, how do I get out of here? Now, as I was trying to do before, let's try a standard game. No, we're not going to do challenge mode because that screwed us up. Game 1. Why not? Let's try this again. Okay, so after quite a long time, in fact, I was in the middle of typing an email to my contact there at Out of the Park. It finally loaded through. So again, just be very patient with the game. And I'm on a Ryzen 7 1700X with 24 gigs of RAM. So more power to you. Okay, so here's the way this works. You get you put in your name, nationality, your date of birth, your gender. What role do you want? As far as roles, you can have manager, general manager. You can be GM and manager. And basically, the more you pick here, then the more you are able to do in the game, the more control you have over the team. You can also play in commissioner mode. It allows you to control the other teams and edit the other players. Basically, commissioner mode lets you have absolute control over the entire game. You are in charge of who's trading who to which teams and all that kind of stuff. And then you can also check this box where you can't be fired. So no matter how bad your team sucks, you can't be fired. It's nice job security. I'm doing that. All right. Then you get to pick which team you want to manage, or you can start unemployed and hope one of the teams picks you up. I think actually the way that works is that is how that works. Just one of the teams will randomly choose you rather than you picking a team. So for the sake of argument, I'll pick the Tribe. Why not? I'm an Indians fan. Let's say we go for it. I'm going to start the game. Display player salaries and contract values for MLBPA players in this game are not official. So remember, this is not official. It's just, this is what they did. All right, so here we have the next game is on March 28th inside the game, and today is March 18th inside the game. So this allows you to do things like setting up your rosters, your players. This is a manager's office. One of the cool things you can do is you can actually autoplay until the next game, and you can do this at any time, as a matter of fact. There's a news and mail section, so you're going to get email, personal message from owner Larry Dolan, new goals. Welcome to the Indians. All right, so I'll check your progress. So the goals are reach the playoffs and reach the World Series by the next 4. So reach the playoffs this season, reach the World Series over the next 4 seasons. Oh, my heavens. You can see down here at the bottom, there's all kinds of stuff that you can keep up with that will show up in your news and mail. There's a place here for notes, and so you can create your own notes if you would like to create a note. I don't know what that's for. I'm sure lots of people use that. I don't. There's also a historical program here, the manager history, what achievements, if any, that you've unlocked, and then any GM transactions. Then you have other manager options here. Again, we get back into some of your settings. I'm going to actually fix this to Central Time. Bing. There we go. Oh, I can even set up my profile picture. I don't know if I have a profile picture or not. Oh, I could do a new fictional one. Oh, I can import a photo. I can import a photo. I don't know if I have a photo. Oh my heavens. You know what? We're just not going to even mess with that right now. Anyway, there you go. Woo! All right, so one of the things you can do also are some of the autoplay things. So when a player is injured for at least 3 days, it will stop the autoplay so that you can make subs or whatever you want to do. There's all kinds of settings in there. I mean, this game, again, has as much control or as little control as you want. So, for example, starting lineups and depth charts, davidinark. This is telling you that you are going to control this yourself. Otherwise, I could pass this off and say, no, I'm going to turn that on to the bench coach. And I guess that, oh, so I could do that. I can, oh, there we go, in the assistant GM. So basically, if I don't want to do, a bunch of this stuff, I can just hand all that off. I just want to watch, right? I don't want to do anything. Who can fire personnel? I'm just going to let him do that. That works. I'm not doing anything. Why am I even here, right? I could quit. I could quit my current job. I'm sure I'll be fired. Okay. So anyhow, back to the manager's office. Okay, so this game has been created. Meet your team. All right, let's meet our team. Look at there. Francisco Lindor is my top player. Jose Ramirez and Corey Kluber. We got some prospect. Oh, Tristan McKenzie, Nolan Jones, Bo Naylor. These are my top players here. My team history. Oh, look at there. Look what we did. We were awesome. All right. There we go. He's demanding. All the Dolans. Oh, we have team chemistry here. So, Brad Mills relationship. Good relationship, bad relationship. Oh, Brad Mills is not friendly with Trevor Bauer. Well, there's a lot of folks who feel that way about poor Mr. Bauer. But anyway, this over here, this will tell you their contentment. So this tells you it'll have a different icon here, a different emoji based on how they feel. So as things go on, you'll be able to see who's unhappy, and then you can figure out why they're unhappy and what might make them happy, all that kind of stuff. Look at there, you got their baseball cards. That's pretty cool. So that's their card. That's interesting. Let's see what we got with settings. Hit enter after editing. So it's just different settings that you've got here in the game. Again, here we have players here. So you can actually, here's where you can trade players. You see their different salaries, how many years that they have left on their contract, how long they've been playing. I mean, this really does get super, super in-depth. Here are the rosters and transactions, right? You got your 25-man, you got your 40-man, you got your minor leagues. I mean, this really will go in as depth as you absolutely want to. Your injured list. Minor leagues, who's on waivers, trade status, your international players, and then, of course, the log of transactions, which we don't have any because we haven't started playing. And then you got your pitching staff and your various lineups that you can set versus right hand, left hand with designated hitters, the depth charts, lineup overview, 7-day lineups. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Your strategy, and what's really cool about the strategy is I'm much more, I want them to try to steal more often. We'll bump base running up, hit and run. We'll use that some. Sacrifice bunt, not so much. Squeeze play bunt, and we'll back off on that a little bit. Pitch around? No, it's not pitch around. Intentional walks? Not really. Play the infield in? We'll just leave that. Hook starting pitchers. Now, I want to keep my starters in. Hook the relievers. Yeah, we'll do that a little bit. Favor a left-right matchup. I prefer to favor that. Pinch hit for the pitchers. Sure. Pinch hit for position players. Not so much. Use pinch runners. No. And again, I can set this however I want to. That's just what I'm doing. You know, hey, why not? Ask Brad Mills for a strategy. Nah. All right, now you have the front office. There's budget, payroll, how much different expenses are. So there's information about the owner. Here's accounting. I mean, I'm serious. You can get in here and you can do all kinds of stuff in here. Look, I can even change who the different coaches are and what they do and how much they're paid. And I mean, it's crazy how in-depth you can get. And we haven't even played yet. So let's do that. I'm tired of this, right? You came here to see some baseball, right? So we are going to attempt to play. Whew. Okay, so it's finally time for today's game. Yay! All right, so if I play the game at Minnesota, do I get to see the game? What do I get to do here? Creating pictures. Oh, we got all the stuff going on here. Well, let's jump over here. I'm just going to leave it where it is, and let's start the game. Oh, look at that. This is what I was looking for right here, folks. Right here. So what's really cool about this is when you're playing, you get to pick what you want to do, and you can also do pitch by pitch. I think pitch by pitch will allow you to you get to choose every single pitch versus like each at bat. And I think there's a way. I was wanting the play-by-play. Okay, that's normal. Okay, so I'll tell you what. Let's not do pitch-by-pitch. Here we're going to do. Let's swing away. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Target Field. Today the Twins will host the Indians. The weather is not nice, and that scrolled off faster than I can read. So obviously, I would need to change that speed if I wanted to read it. But hey, we lead off with a base hit. Don't you try for second, man. He fires, swings. Martin swings. It's a hard grounder straight up the middle, and it gets past Shoop into center field. I love the play-by-play. I really do. To me, I think that's one of the very coolest things. That it's part of the, just it's part of the game. At one point, I even recorded a whole game one time. I think it was like 45 minutes. Just, I don't know, because I thought it was kind of fun. All right, so he's on his speed, and I don't know what steal is. That STE's steal effectiveness, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to swing away. Uh-oh, it gets away. It's a wild pitch. There we go. Look at that. Ooh, the crowd is not happy here at the stadium. All right. I'd say we swing away again, man. Why not? How about hit and run? We'll swing away. There's a hit. Uh-oh, it's back to the pitcher. Now, he's out at first. However, the runner will advance. So, Martin goes to third, and that is one away. Yeah, man. All right, swing away. See, so instead what's happening is you'll notice that was just one pitch and it said strike three, right? If you did pitch by pitch, then you would have to go through every single event at bat rather than each at bat. I don't know if that makes sense. But basically, man, bummer. He'll be out. Well, so much for that. Well, there you go. Side retired. No runs, one hit, and no errors with a runner left on base. All right, so now I am in the outfield, and so now I get to pick the pitcher, what the pitcher's going to do. So we're just going to pitch. There we go. Holy cannolis. What the? Woo, I thought that was out of here for a minute, man. That was very deep. Let's not do that again. Could we not do that? Hey. Let's I said not do that again. Ooh, all the way back to the warning track. Look at that. At the wall, he makes the catch. That's so cool, man. I love the organ music playing. This is just like you're at the game. That's very, very cool. Oh, that's going to be that's an out. That's it. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down. Oh, that's so if you didn't want to finish doing this by hand. You'll notice that over here you can quick play. So I could actually quick play until a particular inning. Or if I wanted to, at this point, I could just quick play the entire game. So you sure? Yep, that'll work. And so now it quick plays the game, and we see here that at the end, the Indians ended up winning 7-4. So there you go. And then Indians hope opening day win bodes well for the season. So it's very cool. You get this newspaper at the end with a little write-up on it. It's got the line scores. You got your, I mean, look at that. All of that. All the game notes and everything. Very, very cool. And you can edit the recap if you want to. You can actually save that replay. If you wanted to bring it back and you actually wanted to watch through the whole thing, you could do that. Or you can simply just leave the game. Oh, I forgot. You can also substitutions who came in during the game for each team. Here's the actual, that was the box score that we saw. Here's the game log, which I think is very, very cool. This tells you play by play what each person did throughout the game. This is the network, which is all the other games. So you can see who won each of their games. That is so, so cool. My goodness. Look at that. They went 10 innings. Very cool. And then we have these other options in here. All kinds of stuff. I'm just going to leave the game. Call it good. If we go back to the manager's office, here we are here. And I thought, yeah, so you see the standings over here. Right now, the Indians and Chicago White Sox are tied. They both won one game. And then they show you the wild card thing here. But you can go in here and you can see the different standings, all kinds of different rankings, who's hot. So that shows you right there. Okay, nobody's hot at this point. I guess I could. Oh, well. Our next game is also against the Twins, and it's in a couple of days. I don't know why there's a day off when you're still at the same town, but, you know, hey, I guess that's the way that goes, man. And so I can play, and again, what's really cool is if I wanted to, I could simulate, like, the whole season. I could just do here all the way. Let's say I want to simulate all the way till the regular season ends. And then, boom. Oh, well, I need to change the settings so that I don't, so that it, here, exit autoplay, not when I receive a message, not when I receive a trade. You know what? I don't want to exit autoplay for anything. Let's just play until the regular season ends, and it will go through, and it is simulating the entire season. Now, at any time, I can jump in if I want to and stop the autoplay and pick up from there. And then I'm actually accomplishing achievements by letting the computer do its thing, man. So there you go. Oh, that is hilarious. I don't know what happened. Uh-oh. Did we wig it out? No, it's going. It's thinking. Oh my gosh, man. So you can see, look, you can see my messages. I've got 97 messages. Who reads email anyway? I don't need email. So are we leading anything? Let's see, AL. Where's the AL leaders? Oh, over here. Are the Indians leading anything? I was just curious. Oh yeah, we got some. The batter war. Oh, we're at the draft. I forgot about the draft. This could take a while. No? Okay. Oh, I should have done to the All-Star game. Here, wait. Stop. Stop. Congratulations. We got pitcher of the month, a run streak, and on a roll. Nice. So I could have done play to the All-Star game. There we go, to the All-Star. Ooh, till the All-Star teams are announced. Look at that. But so anyhow, there you go. I'm just gonna let's jump back to the beginning here. Let's see if I wanted to go to no, I don't want to go to the manager's office. I want to go to Trying to remember how you get back to the overall homepage. That's the team homepage. I was trying to think. I can't remember how do I get out of here? Oh, here we go. All right. So what you would probably want to do is save the game. If this was a real season you were wanting to do, you would save this so that then you could come back to it later. I'm going to jump back here. This is still preparing. I don't know if you remember or not. When we started this, it said 2 to 30 minutes. Yeah, it's been way longer than that. So if we jumped in here, no, I'm not going to do challenge mode because that kind of seemed to have wigged out the game. So for historical leagues, first of all, I got to pick a season. So the power years, the early years, dead ball era. So you can see, let's do the golden years. Sure, why not? And then I can pick, I don't know, 1953. Sure, why not? I can import the complete history. I can even include real minor leagues, random players instead of real rosters. The recap. There were some actual milestones in here. Let's jump to the next step and see what we got here. So you can actually use historical transactions and lineups if you'd like. Again, you can include minor leagues if you want. Do you want to require the full minor league rosters? I don't think so. I am going to use the historical transactions and lineups, though. Then again, if you don't, then basically you can leave it up to the computer to decide what to do, whether or not it's based on reality. So you can kind of get into that sort of what-if scenarios and say, hey, what if we just let the computer do its thing? Or for that matter, we as the managers could take that over. So I don't care. I'm just going to, just do your thing. Scouting accuracy, the rating scales, whatever. I'm good. Let's go. Oh my gosh, man. So Major League, so I can either start unemployed or you can see here the teams that were available during this time. There you go. I was born 1923. I think I'm going to do the Pirates. Why not? Let's do the Pirates. I should do the Indians because, we actually had Al Rose and those guys. But that's all right. Start the game. Do-do-do-do-do-do. All right, so there you go. Davidinark hired in Pittsburgh. Yeah, woohoo. The 29-year-old. Sure. And then again, you would play this just like we played the other game, your season, all that kind of stuff. And you could also save this as another game and load it up whenever you want to. So you can actually have multiple games running all at the same time just by loading them in and going that route. So lots of really cool stuff. Get very in depth. Things you can do with the game, how you want to play it. Essentially, you can make it your own, all the way from creating fictional leagues with fictional players to current modern day players in the real leagues or jumping back in time. So there you go. That is Out of the Park 20. And that is, I think this is very, very cool. And you can get in here and just to your heart's content, you can decide what happens in your own baseball league. So there you go. Got any questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories? Feel free to leave those down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. A special thank you to Out of the Park Developments for providing a key so that I could check this out and give you guys an overview and sort of a review. We did run into a few issues that you saw, and I'm not cutting those out. That's part of what happens. But a lot of it is just being patient as it, especially the first time it has to generate the faces and the rosters and all of the data that goes with playing a simulated baseball league. So there you go. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.